Hello. Hi. So, unfortunately, a lot of the early parts of this video got corrupted or something, or I don't have them anymore. So I'm having to reshoot this at the end, which explains why you might see a few differences from the beginning of the video to the end of the video, but that's fine. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 4 of the SMP series. This is officially my longest series ever, and that is really, really sad. Anyway, I'm going to be throwing it to the past, because last you guys saw, these islands weren't actually built up at all, and I did do a bit of terraforming on the bottoms, obviously getting them ready for the rest of today's episode. And so we're going to throw back to a quick time lapse of me doing that. I'm going to throw it back to my past self now. Have fun. And now you know how the bottoms of the islands came to be. There is one last thing I gotta show you before I throw it back to my present self, and we can start working on building the islands up a little more on the top side. So I'm gonna quickly throw you guys one more time to my past self, and then you'll be here with me for the rest of the video. I hope he's treating you well. He can be a little aggressive sometimes. Okay, I've kind of I've laid out where I want the jumps to this island to be, and now I just have to do like the stone and stuff. Now this is gonna be interesting because it's like the same kind of principle as the others, except that there's not gonna be deep slate, and it's like to a way lower scale. So I'm curious on how this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try my best. Let's figure this out for these three, and then we can replicate it. Okay, I changed it up a little bit. The grass just wasn't working out, so I've gone for a mixture of stone and moss, and I think this looks a lot better. I'm still not completely sold on it, but I think it will do fine. I like it. I like it well enough, and it gets me in between the islands, which is the big thing. The second set is done, and I like these a lot more. I don't know. I was a bit iffy on them at first, but I kind of like how they're going now, honestly. I may have to add moss into like the actual islands to make it blend in a bit more, but so far I like it, and it's definitely proving a way to get up to these islands. One more. And just like that, the rocks are all in. We can access all three islands now. You just gotta be good at parkour, which luckily I'm not bad at. And now you guys know how the islands came to be, as well as the little rocks in between. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the time lapse, but now we gotta get down to business. We're gonna have to decorate these islands and get them all spiffy before the end of the episode. So first, I want to start with this island, and I'm gonna put the to-do list board on this island, but I'm gonna change it from there. I'm going for a bit of a theme here. I want these islands to have like a lot of nature on them, be one with where they arose from in my mind. And so I'm gonna have like a couple trees, some rocks, and maybe some bushes, maybe a few fallen logs type of thing. I'm gonna have the to-do list board on one of the rocks, which is gonna be a little larger, like right here-ish. I've designed this on a creative world already, so I kind of have an idea, but I'm gonna try to freestyle it as much as I can. I just had to get a bit of an idea. There's also one more thing I want to show you before I actually start, getting to it. Let me run back up here real fast. Oh, also, if I sound a little off, I'm a bit under the weather, unfortunately. I was just under the weather a few weeks ago, so I'm very displeased about this, but I'll get over it, hopefully. Right. So, I have a confession. This series is called the Realm SMP because it was on a realm, and I'm very bad at naming things, so that's just what I came up with. But realms really limit you. So like your internet distance, basically non-existent. It makes something feel really far away. Plugins, can't get them. Data packs, you can get them, but it's a bit more annoying. And mods, you can't really get either. But we're not actually on a realm anymore. The name isn't changing because I'm still on creative, and the server SMP sounds stupid. But now we're on a server, and we have access to all that stuff, including greater render distance, which I'm going to throw on and see what we can see. I'm going to give you guys a hint. We can see a lot, and it's very cool. All right, I've turned the render distance up to 32 chunks, and if I look... Oh, it's still loading. All right, they've loaded in now, so if I just turn my camera up a bit, we will quickly see that I can see a lot more, including Autumn's base and the Madeline's behind her there. Leah based over there, and I can't see that, unfortunately. It's a bit too far. But I can see, like, all the jungle, like, those mountains. I didn't even know those were there until I found this out. Like, my beach, I could always see my beach, but, yeah, it looks way closer now. Sherbert was based there, but he moved, so he's over there now. You can't see him either. My friend portal is just, like, right there, under the bamboo. The entrance is, like, right there or something. But yeah, I can see a lot more now, and my frames are fine too. Shout out to Sodium. But yeah, I think this is just a lot cooler to see everything. I was going to use the Bobby mod, but this is a nice placeholder while I wait for it to update to the current version. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that before we actually got into it. Let me quickly grab a few blocks and resources and stuff, and we will quickly get to transforming the first island. I don't quite know what I want to do with these other two islands yet, but I'll figure it out in time. Trust me. Hopefully. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've thrown some moss on the island. There's torches under here for lighting. We like hiding torches here. All of the rocks have them too, obviously. But next step, I'm gonna add a tree here, and I'm gonna add a tree there, and I'm also gonna add a tree right here, and then maybe a few rocks that around. I need to get some rose bushes too. Okay, well let's start with this tree. Just get the basic shape of it. Okay, so I got a bit of a, like, bare bones skeleton for it, I think. This looks fine. It'll look better once I put leaves on it. I'm not too worried about, like, the raw skeleton, because, like, for this tree, you can't even see it, hardly. Maybe here, but even then, it's a bit hidden. I might throw some trapdoors on it still. Maybe throw some of these these stairs and slabs just to make it, you know, a bit more shaped. Anyway, let me throw up this tree, and then I'll add probably a few more details, and then we can start throwing leaves on, and then we'll start figuring out the rock. Okay, I've thrown together a bit of a tree here, and it's not quite perfect, but I think it'll work. Like I said, it's going to be covered up by leaves, so hopefully it ends up looking fine, and if not, I can just go back there and change it later. For now that they're just set up, I can start throwing leaves on them, I guess. I just got to make it look good from all angles, actually, because you'll be able to see it top down from up there. It's fine. I'm not too bothered. It's better to just have like a rough sketch out there, and then if I need to change it, I will. That's the beauty of building. I can always go back through and redo it if it doesn't turn out how I want it to. Leave time. Alright, I've gone ahead, I've added a bit more, including some stones of fallen log, added the rest of the leaves, and the back rock hopefully looks fine. I gotta add like still the roots obviously, and the rose bush, but this is kind of what we're working with now, and I kind of like it. I vibe with it. It's a nice little area. This rock I could probably make it maybe a bit shorter. Looks a bit weird rubbing up against the tree here, but it's fine. This is where I'm gonna put my to-do list. Like here, maybe I can extend this out a little bit more actually. Something like this. And I put the to-do list right there. It looks a little unnatural, but it's like I carved it out in my mind, so it'll work. Let me get some rose bushes and like the logs, or the stairs and slabs even. And then put the to-do list here, and then I think this area may be done. It's a nice little cozy, very basic. I wasn't gonna do anything like too crazy with it.
That's gonna be hopefully these next times, which I still haven't figured out, but I'll probably figure it out between clips hopefully. But just that, and I think we're good. It's a little rough on the edges, but I'm happy enough with it. It serves its purpose as the to-do list board. Let's see how it looks from down there. And up there is the big test. Yeah, it looks pretty okay from up here. Oh, all you would see from it. The treetops definitely look like they've been done pretty good. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, it looks pretty good from down here. It's hard to see, obviously, like every mountain, but it definitely looks. It works. I like it. Yeah, I don't have zoom, so I can't like zoom in on it. But okay, I added the roots and stuff. So now there is just one small thing I want to do before I get to the others. The islands are kind of hard to see at night, the bottoms of them, because there's no lights down there. So I'm gonna go get a bunch of moss lichen and just start spreading it around them. I think it'll make them glow at night. I think it'll look really good. Brighten them up a bit at least, more noticeable because they kind of blend in, especially the dark bottoms because deep slate.
In case anyone was wondering how I got my glow lichen, it's really simple. Or no, it's a very, very hard to make farm. I just come into the friend portal cave, which there's glow lichen placed in here for lighting, obviously. But I just bone meal it, and then I mine it. Yeah, that's it. I don't know if there's any like big professional level farms like this, but this is my strategy, and it works well. And there we go. All the bottoms of the islands have been lit up, and it looks a lot better now. Because at nighttime before, it was really hard to see them. But this is nice. I debated on doing it before, but like I couldn't figure out what exactly I wanted to use to light it up. Because torches would have looked weird. They would have stuck out. The orange and the torches and the brown just wouldn't look great. And it's just like, all right, well, I'll just leave it for now. Maybe I'll throw in some gray stained glass and glowstone behind it later. I wasn't thinking too much about it until I was doing the friend cave, and I was like, wait, there's a block that goes perfectly on stone that lights it up. Why don't I just use glow lichen? And so I've finally done that, as you can see, and I like it. Looks a lot better at nighttime. That was one of the biggest issues with the islands. Well, the singular island is it was hard to see at night, besides the top, because I had torches up there. But now the torches are gone. Well, actually, I don't think they're gone yet, but I'll be getting rid of them for the moss carpet trick. Now, we have 2 islands left to decorate, and how I've been kind of going about it and thinking about it is obviously the to-do list. Oh, let me sleep. Anyway, as I was saying, the way I've been looking at it is I have a bunch of stuff here on the beach that I could make like island things. Well, not any of this, but like the enchanting that can be in the island somewhere or an island all on its own. Furnaces, yeah. Farm, yeah, that can go up there. Storage system, cows, all of that can go up. And so I've just been kind of choosing something and moving it up there. And that's literally all I've been doing. So I think a good thing for that island might be a smeltery. Maybe not this size, but a smeltery could do nice and could look great. So I think we're going to do that. Now, I don't exactly know how to build a smeltery off the top of my head, so I can take a guide and then I'll chart it out up on the island and I'll see you there. Furnace is placed. Now I just gotta go through the grilling process of actually building this smelter, and I actually don't know if it can do turns. I don't see why it couldn't. It uses railways as far as I know. So far so good. This has taken a lot of iron, and I've had to go mining a few times now because I'm very bad at estimations. I think all of the hoppers should hopefully be in. And no, I just want to make it known. Obviously, we're gonna be covering this up and making it look nice and probably adding some greenery and stuff. But for now, this is looking pretty okay. I like it. Let's continue. And now it's raining. And we're done. This is what it looks like. I'm not realizing I don't actually have anything to test it, but I do have some coal I can throw in, which I don't have on me. Okay, I have my coal, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw it. I believe it was this top chest that is the coal chest. Let that fill up real fast. While I'm waiting for that to fill up, I just want to preface this again and say I apologize for my voice. I can hear it more now. I'm feeling under the weather, and it's kind of impacted the length between videos. It's my bad. Some of it's also just been a little bit busier, but hopefully I'll still be pumping them out as quick as I reasonably can. Yep. All right, let's run it. I think I said to hit this button, and then we should see them all glow. I forgot to put a redstone torch there. Take two. Now that I put the redstone torch in, let's hope this works. Okay, it looks good. Looks like it's working fine. Let's let all the coal go in, then I'll check see if it's all even. I don't know if it'll all be even. We'll see. Okay, all the furnaces are good. Let's turn off the system. There. Ah, perfect. Right, that's the easy part done. Honestly, I just followed a quick tutorial, and yeah, now we actually have to decorate it and make it look all spiffy. So my idea for this, I want to take inspiration from what I did over here with the rocks because I like it, but I want to change it here. I want to make this like embedded in a mountain, and then you like come in here and there's like some anvils here, some crafting table stuff, just like in the floor, and it looks nice and spiffy. And then you can, if you need to keep going, you can just keep walking up here to that island. I think it looked really cool. It's gonna be a little bit more work than it was over there, unfortunately, because I gotta change the dirt up there and just make it look all nice. So I was just kind of mining tough because I ran out. The cave is taking a little more issues than I expected. It's gonna take a lot more work. You'll see it in a second. I was just down here mining tough. And like, what do you know? Diamonds. So let's see how many we get. Hopefully a decent bit. I silk touch, so only one. It's fine. We're gonna get 4 diamonds from this. Ready? Bam. That's 1 diamond. And this is kind of what we have so far. It's a little rough on the edges still, but I originally had intended to have the grass part remain on the edge here, but I don't know. I don't think it'd look great, especially since I've added this part. Maybe I could experiment with it a little bit, but I may need to make this like just come all the way over and hang over. Yeah. But in terms of the shape, this is a good start. I definitely need to work on it a bit more, but so far I am liking it. I've decided I'm just gonna bite the bullet and just get rid of all the dirt and then move it farther up probably. It'll probably look the best, honestly. Okay, this is gonna take a bit more time. So this is what I have so far. It's a little rough around the edges. It's gonna take a bit more work, but I like it so far. The inside here, this is probably about done, honestly. I need to add a few more details here and there. And add just like an anvil here or something, moves with crafting tables and a few more things just to make it look a bit more complete. But other than that, it's good. I have this thing here, and then you can go here, and you can look out and like at the glory of it. Yeah, don't look at the sides; they're not quite done. Let me go look at see what it's like down there. Okay, I got a little more work done. The inside's basically unchanged. I did mess around here a little bit. The majority of my work's been out here. I've been covering up the dirt, and looks good over here. The other side's not like I haven't touched the other side yet, but it's definitely making progress. So it's a new day. I'm still feeling a little under the weather, but hopefully I'll be getting over it very soon. I've done a bit of work in here, just adding a bit more color. I'm not really happy with this right now. I'm probably gonna change it into something. I don't quite know, but I'm still experimenting in here. My main focus for now, I think I'm gonna turn to the top here. I've gone ahead and I hate having a sky island sometimes. As I was saying, I'm currently focusing on this. Originally, I was gonna have it go up and have like dirt and grass on top. I think I'm just gonna cap it off with the stone and not bother with the grass, and just have this island be a bit more unique than like these other ones. I don't know if I want to have it like a sharp top or just kind of like mold it over. I think I'm gonna mold it over. Okay, I've come down here just to look at it, and I'm not sold. It doesn't look quite how I wanted it to, but I think the biggest issue is it's a really big island surrounded by a lot of smaller islands. The only other big island is in the back there. There is more islands that's gonna be going up, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much right now. I think I'm gonna leave the outside as it is, and then if it still looks bad when I have more variations with the islands and more island sizes, then I'll go back through and I'll redo whatever I feel like needs to be done with it. But for now, I think it's good. Let's run up there and take a look at the inside then, and then we can start on the final island for today. Alright guys, immerse yourselves. I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm terrible at detailing interiors. It's my Achilles heel. I need you guys to have a little bit of like imagination going into this. I've tried my best. So obviously the main attraction is the super smelter, fully functional by the way. I'm very happy with this turned out. The barrels through here. You gotta break the block because I'm very archaic and stupid. Ooh, charcoal, okay. Okay. If I turn around, we'll see the center pillar. I like this. Crafting table right there, very central to the build. If I need it anywhere, Boom. There's how I get it. Now, over here is where, you know, the input, how I turn on the machine. Boom. Then turn off the machine. Just in the corner there. Not that big of a deal. I like it. Maybe put some trapdoors here, but okay. Nah, just this last part, it's gonna take a bit of believing. All of this, you could probably understand this is gonna take a lot of believing. I have the info here, you know, overlooking my island. I like it. I like this little crevice. And I think it just looks cool to have the animal here, so that way, you know, whenever I'm forging my tools together, I have a nice view. Now this is what I'm talking about. I don't know. This is just a neat table design, I guess, like a side table. I need you guys to pretend this is a hammer. I'm hoping it's not too hard, but like I get like that's a hammer. I don't know what you're talking about. Also, my anvil's almost dead. I gotta get a new one soon. Anyway, that's it for this build. Now, this will be the most interesting island because it's gonna give you a little sneak peek of what's to come. Well, you won't understand it yet, but you will once this starter island is done and I start moving on to the next thing. Also ignore that, please. Let's go ahead and get to it, I guess. Why do you guys always haunt me? Why? I know what has to be done. Okay, I've thrown something together. So here, we have a nice little dock. I'll have a ship here, and it's gonna be floating. The lore I'm going for behind like all of these islands is that it's being held up entirely by air magic. I feel like on the server, you know, there's a lot of us doing magic related stuff. I am doing a lot of air magic in my mind. Madeline over there, just past Autumn Space, you can barely see the little tent. I believe she is doing druid stuff, which I believe is similar to earth magic or like life magic type of deal. Leah isn't really doing anything magical, but she is an arsonist, so that's basically pyromancer. Sherbert over there, I believe, was going to tackle something like along the lines of lightning magic. So that could be cool. I don't know what his plans are for that, but... And then finally, Autumn is not really... I don't think I'm specializing in any specific form of magic, but she may go into later. So anyway, my whole deal is air magic. And so I have these floating islands being kept up by the wind and air. And so that's why I'm fine with everything floating, especially this dock. I love how this dock turned out. I hate doing docks, so I just quickly threw something together. But I think it looks nice. It fulfills its purpose. And it slowly adds on to the difficulty here of the parkour. Because now you gotta go in between these. So there's one more thing I want to do here. I want to add like a tower. I was gonna add a lighthouse originally, but I don't know if I'd go with the style because this is more rural, so it's a little not as highly upgraded as maybe some of my other builds will be, because there will be others. But this, as I'm referring to it as Alpha Outpost, is not that high tech. So I was thinking of just doing a watchtower and maybe putting like a light at the top of it. So like a mock lighthouse. Right. Well, let's get to that then. And hopefully after that, we may be done with the episode. Alright. So I've been doing a bit of work on the old tower, trying to get it all figured out. This is kind of what I have so far. I was gonna kind of break down the frame just because I didn't like it that much. I thought it was too wide, but I've kind of changed my plans a little bit, and I'm liking it a bit more now. I think it'll look good from down there, which is kind of where you're gonna view it from. It's hard to view it from here properly because the island is not that big, unfortunately. But we have a nice little area here. I imagine this kind of is like the customs gate, because obviously this is fenced off except for this, but I'll add stuff over there in a second or in a bit. But obviously you get off the ship, come through here. These could be open or closed depending on if you want visitors. And then you go through here and you have to check in here at customs. You know, you have the nice bell, the trap door for the workers type of thing. Oops. And yeah, this staircase will go up to like the actual observatory area, but it's not quite ready yet. I gotta get the height right. But yeah, that's it so far. I do have a little... I want to add some things on the sides, like some shrubs, trees, rocks, maybe. I have a lake here as well that I like. It needs a little more, but I'll get it figured out. That's all just, you know, theoretical. But yeah, that's kind of what I have so far. Hello. So I believe the tower is about done. I have this nice little area up here where I can look out over the world, and I can actually see a few bases from here. I actually haven't taken the chance to look out over here. So for reference, I do have the tallest base, well, the tallest point on the server right here, at least that we know of course. It's taller than that, taller than the meadows over there by quite a bit. And it gives me a really good vantage point of a lot of the builds just around, because we are a little close together. Not too close. Not too close. But close enough to where, you know, I can see Autumn over there, Madeline just behind, Bean is right there at those torches, and everyone else is over there. In fact, we can just barely see Ferris right there. By the way, you'll be meeting Ferris and another newcomer next episode. Going downstairs, we have our receptionist, Rodney, who also belongs to Ferris, who, like I said, you'll meet next episode. Yeah, it's fine. Rodney's very pleased to be working here. We have a nice little chair, couch, I guess, I don't know. Here's the dock, obviously. I wanted to keep it open. I imagine this tower is kind of like the customs of the Alpha Outpost, which I have, you know, here. Or, yeah, which is written down right here. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. There's just a few more detailing things I need to do. Maybe the front, I don't know. The tower doesn't look like crazy good, but this video is taking too long, and I need to rush it a little bit. So, I may come back to this later, but for now, it'll work. And it is done. Well, for now. It definitely is not quite perfect. I do have a lot of extra work that I'll have to do later on, but I am out of time for today's video. It's gone far too long. So, yeah, this is how it's gonna look for now. I'm pleased with it. I think it rounds off the other islands very well. It matches. I think all the islands today match, besides maybe this one, but this will probably match more once I have different island variations, because we'll definitely be doing a few more islands here, and then we may start working on the big project, which has to do with this dock, but that'll be for later. I do have a few other projects I want to get into before I start making like my mega base question mark, but this starter base is coming along very well, so I'm hoping to finish it relatively soon. So, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. It definitely took a lot longer than I was wanting it to. I don't quite remember the last time I uploaded it. I think it's been over a week, maybe closer to 2 weeks even. That's all I have time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will be back in episode 5. Right? I think it's 5. Yeah, it should be 5. All right. Goodbye.